that whole relationship.
All right, let's test.
Relationship.
I agree.
Oh, we can talk about that. That could be the third.
Nah.
Can we talk about that like real fast in the beginning? Like a non-topic?
Damn it! It's catching you.
It's weird. I mean, just yeah. I mean, once I get a little excited, I'll have to not get excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep my excitement low.
All right, well, fuck it. We're already recording.
Oh,
What's going on,
recording.
everyone? Welcome back to the Tangents Podcast. My name is Dollyboy.
I'm Full Throttle Auto on YouTube. No, I'm still Harris. That's just a check.
We love shameless self-promotion here on
100%,
Tangents. So
100%.
Absolutely, every time everyone has a chance to, please self-promote.
Yeah, absolutely.
If someone says, "What do you do?" Be like, "Please let me tell you."
Let me tell you. So we are. If you've watched or listened to our last two podcasts, we're doing a new format where we do three topics.
Three
we try
topics,
to keep
30
it
minutes.
about an hour and a half total, maybe a little longer with this beginning segment, but that's kind of where we're trying to keep it at.
Yeah.
Although, let's talk about it. Just a real quick thing that shouldn't
right.
be a thing that we talk
All right.
about, but fuck it. Here's the thing. Everybody, YouTube's really pushing this bullshit with Johnny Depp and what, I don't remember her name.
Amber Heard. She was in Aquaman.
Thank you. Yes, I was like, it's Amber something. They're really like just constantly on my like recommended feed, and I'm like, this is what I watch car shit. Why are you recommending this dumb shit to me? And then I was like, fuck it. Let me just the most recent one where they're listening to audio recordings, and like the first three they play, I didn't even listen to all of them. I think there was 4 total. I just heard the first 3 real quick. Yeah, it just sounds like they were in a bad relationship where they didn't like they're. It's like the shit we've seen family members do. They know they should be out of a relationship, and they still stay there.
I mean, they were clearly in a bad relationship.
It was a shit relationship.
Absolutely, possibly both in a physically abusive relationship, which sucks.
Yeah.
My only problem is that she has somehow walked out of this unscathed when she is on record. Like, she's on a literal recording saying, "I just slapped you. It's not a punch. Don't be a pussy."
Oh, literally.
Some shit like that. Not verbatim. But my point is, she is on a recording presented in court saying that she hit this man while they were in a relationship.
Well, literally in this there's the recordings I was listening to, the third one, she says, "So you're mad, so you're going to bring up the time I threw a plate and shit," and I'm like,
see, that's what I'm saying. She's still an Aquaman. She ain't lose no fucking role.
Yeah,
but guess what? Fantastic Beasts got recast.
Yeah,
he got recast in Fantastic Beasts.
He got fucked for everything.
Disney is never gonna fucking put him in a movie again.
Yeah, like he got because they were gonna do that last Pirates was left like it was not done. Well, now they're not doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of
so
course.
it's like it's bullshit.
And even if he wins, let's say the jury or however this is going down, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
because
matter.
he's already lost his shit. He's already lost
even if he wins at court, Disney's not going to bring him back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Once again, I'm not agreeing with either one of them. They're both dumbasses for being staying in a relationship that clearly was bad. However, in the recordings I did hear, he was in one of them. He was like, this has to end. And she's like, you wanted to end, but you're not even trying to work it out. Like, she was like, in this particular recording,
right.
It sounded like she was trying to make a good thing or a bad thing continue. And I'm like, if he's willing to end it, just end it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that's a big problem that a lot of people have. They don't want to just back out. And it could be for any number of reasons. It could be, I don't want to quit on something, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if you aren't having a good or safe time, like especially a safe time, get the fuck out of there, man. Get the fuck out, man.
It's stupid.
There is a myth that I feel like every culture, this isn't even just an American thing.
It's a lot of
There
cultures.
is a myth that is perpetuated somewhere. I don't know where it originates, but it originates somewhere, that you can fix a broken person.
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
They're broken.
And even if, let's say, they're not necessarily, even if they are fixed later, you're not going to fix them.
Yeah. Especially if you have put the effort in.
Especially if the relationship's shit already.
Yeah.
You're not fixing shit.
If you're already dealing with physical violence, emotional abuse, if you are already dealing with those things, you need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
Like, it's not a good time. Nobody wants to be in that situation, and even the person perpetuating it doesn't really want to be in that situation.
Hey, Celsius, if you want to sponsor this channel, this podcast, my channel, whatever, I'll take it.
He loves it. He gave me a whole sales pitch
I
already.
gave him the whole sales pitch. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Is like this: if you're watching,
this could be our first topic.
Okay, fine.
I don't like talking about this stuff because
me neither, because I don't give a shit about it. But
it's like it's none of my fucking business.
But here's the thing: anybody that got mad at Johnny Depp, or anybody later who got mad at her, I just want you guys, girls, guys, whatever I say, guys as a general term. I don't mean it.
Sure.
Yeah. I want you to understand that. If you really just pay attention to what was happening, this was just a shit relationship. These happen. We've seen it in our family. People just don't know how to fucking split. Yep. And so because they're stars, it's somehow worse. It's not. It's the shit relationship, and they just need to split. We just got into their personal business for stupid reasons because I guess we love drama. I didn't give a shit.
Drama. We elevate these celebrities, and we put them up on this pedestal, and I think the same exact thing happened, a few weeks ago with Will Smith.
Oh, 100%.
People have had Will Smith on this
like he's
pedestal,
perfect. Like he's perfect.
Even from what I've seen and from what black content creators have commented on, the black community put Will and Jada up on this pedestal.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe not all of them, but like
a lot of
people in the black community.
I mean, even in the white community.
They were just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. They are an example of black excellence, right?
But even in white community, because
for sure,
even like you and I, I always viewed him as like fucking this guy's like perfection.
I mean, he's a fantastic fucking
actor. He seemed like a great. I mean, in my eyes, he fucked up. But like
he fucked up. But this is not, to me, this is not a fucking career ender.
No, this is not a career ender. This is not a life ender. This is nothing. This is he made a mistake because of what's happening with him mentally. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Leave it be. Like the man gets to fuck up once in the last. I don't know, how long have we been fucking paying attention to him? 30 years or some shit?
More, dude.
Let him fuck up.
He was a teenager when he started. He's
that's what
over
I'm saying.
50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, God forbid, he fucks up once and not that badly. Like, yes, he shouldn't have slapped Chris Rock. Nobody's arguing that.
I mean, some people are. That's the problem.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure some people are, obviously.
But hear me out. The thing about that is a lot of the white community that's turned on him very quickly. And I'm going to throw my wife into that. And it's kind of...
I won't turn on a person that's hasn't done any shit.
She says that she's always felt like he's kind of a trash person. And I was like, I just don't know where you get this information from.
When he purposely, for any time he did music, he never wanted to use profanity. A trash person wouldn't give a shit.
He did it first, but it wasn't even that big a deal. It wasn't even bad profanity. He said bitch.
Yeah, but whatever. But I'm saying, like, but later on, when his well-known shit, he didn't do it.
It's not even that, dude. I still don't know. Like we had like long ass conversations and even arguments about this, and I'm like, I'm not fucking defending Will Smith. I don't give a shit about like. I think he fucked up. I think there was absolutely no reason to hit the dude. Yeah. Go up to him, say something like. She's got a fucking condition, dude. Don't fucking do this.
Well, I mean, listen, if you
if you absolutely feel the need to lay him the fuck out, don't do it on record.
Right. Listen, I mean, like once again, I'll go back to saying why this makes sense, but not like it makes sense so it's right. No, it just makes sense why it happened. I've said it before.
Chris is the straw.
Chris Rock went ham on them when they boycotted the Oscars. He didn't have to.
I mean,
he didn't have to. He could have done anything else.
He didn't go ham.
He went ham, bro.
He made a single joke.
No, he didn't. I watched that. His first fucking 10 minutes is just laying it out on him how he's not even worthy of being in the Oscars. How like what is she boycotting anyways? Bro.
Look, end of the day.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So he did that, and I'm sure that didn't sit good with her, right? With Will, he probably just fucking shrugged it off. But with her, I'm sure it didn't sit well, right?
I'm sure it didn't, and I'm sure that this bitch has been holding on to that for, 7 fucking years?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, 100%. And then at the same time, right, you did that in front of their peers. Then you do it again in front of their peers while they're there. So obviously with Will, he like that like everybody's like, oh, he left. He left because he was shrugging it off. He was just laughing, right? The guy was cracking jokes. He was laughing at jokes, but at the same time, he was just gonna shrug it off and not think about it. He was just laughing for the sake of just, hey, I'm gonna ignore this shit, no matter what he's saying. But then he saw her face and she wasn't ignoring it. So he reacted.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I still haven't listened to the auto.
Once again, this is not saying that what he did was right. No. I'm just putting in perspective everything that could have went through this man's mind where he reacted the way he did.
There is a reason, exactly. There was a reason. It wasn't just.
It wasn't just like I'm gonna go slap Chris Rock.
It wasn't just macho shit. A lot of people try to ascribe it to like, oh, this was like a fucking
Scientology,
like Scientology,
because Scientology, you smack somebody.
But it's like also people have. By the way, it's really fucking funny to me that people who like hate on Scientology just like as a concept,
right?
Which, like, don't get me wrong, from what I know about Scientology, plenty of fucking reasons to hate on it.
Yeah, but I hate on every religion forever because all of them have a reason to hate.
But like they hate on him because he like, I don't know if he participated in Scientology or just learned it. Like, I don't know the extent that he went into it.
Or maybe he looked into it. I don't know. Yeah.
But like, he has also spent time and educating himself on every other major religion.
Yeah,
no one brings that up.
Yeah, nobody brings up the fact that this guy has not only thought about one thing.
Like like it's funny to me because he's a Scientologist. I'm like, he's a Scientologist as much as he is a Muslim.
Yeah, 100%. Because at the end of the day, everybody's like, they feel like there's only one answer to what he did, and there's not. There's multiples of answers of what happened here. This is not a
that's exactly the thing that people want to simplify this into it's a property thing. Don't speak about my wife, or it's a macho thing. Like whatever. I don't think it's any of that. I think this man, since putting his book together. And you can see it in the fucking table readings and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. He went through a lot of things emotionally.
If you sit down and go through your whole life and try to put it to words, dude, I've tried to do that for 1 fucking week.
And you got to realize,
and that's hard,
bro. You got to realize too, like this is the first time he's probably actually mentally examined himself. So he's still learning.
Fully, of course.
So he's still learning, trying to figure out like how he's taking shit emotionally.
Exactly.
Right? How his subconscious is making him feel, how he's reacting. Like there is so many fucking reasonings behind why this happened. The fact that people are just putting it on like, oh, it was this. Oh, it was this. No, it was all of that and then some. Like for you to believe honestly that it was one thing, you're a moron. And also, I'm sorry, I'll never agree. I know it was your wife, but anybody else who's out there that just writes this guy off after one mistake, and not that major of a mistake. Like, listen, it wasn't like minute, but it wasn't grand in the sense of like he beat the living shit out of him.
He went up and slapped him.
Yeah.
First of all, you just insulted a man's wife, and then he gets up and approaches you.
Yeah.
Out of just... Is that you?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. We're good.
I don't know. Maybe Chris Rock is also in a privileged position and isn't thinking about his personal safety when it comes to people who he thinks like are beyond an emotional response. But like, if I talk shit about somebody and they or a member of their immediate family starts walking towards me right after I did that,
start using your head.
I'm gonna maybe look for a juke.
Start using your head. Start using your head. It's not going to be, he's not coming up there and give you a hug.
Yeah, he's not going to be like, oh, that was a good one, buddy.
Yeah, and honestly, if you know them, like you, because before that, he said, Jada, I love you. Jada, I love you.
Yeah.
You know her. And if you know her, you almost certainly know that what you did previously isn't sitting well with her. She's almost certainly not taking this well.
In reference to that original 2016 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, 2016,
In reference to that, trying to pull this up a little bit. In reference to that, if he did not reach out, if she did not reach out and say, hey, what the fuck?
Honestly,
if there was no communication between them and in the last fucking 4 or 5 years, however long it's been,
right,
they all fucked up.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
Because if you took that shit personally,
100%. And if you're
don't go fuck some 22-year-old. Talk to Chris Rock.
Oh, 100%. And also, if you're supposedly boys with Will, you probably, I'm assuming
at the very least have a conversation.
There was a conversation.
Like it just.
But here's the other thing to me. Like I kind of put it on the Oscars too. You picked a comedian that's almost certainly a roaster. Not a comedian that makes jokes about other aspects. He specifically...
But everyone does it.
I know everybody does it, but his niche is to roast.
I mean, I wouldn't say...
Every time I watch that guy, there's not a moment that I don't see him roasting somebody. His niche is roasting.
As far as like his stand-up, I would disagree. When he like hosts things, yeah, but that's kind of what like any comedian that's ever been on the Oscars, the Golden Globes, all of it, they roast the people that are there. That's the whole thing. That's the whole job. Granted, I like how, and then fucking Amy Schumer, who is not a fucking funny person to begin with, she apparently made fun of Jennifer Lawrence's weight. Thought that was fucking weird. No one's talking about that. And then apparently she went to TikTok.
Honestly, I don't watch the Oscars. The only reason I heard about this because everybody was like, Will Smith. And I'm like, what happened?
Exactly.
I'm like, why is Will Smith headlining?
Exactly. Because in reality, who the fuck cares about the Oscars? But whatever.
I determined who did a great job.
She went to fucking Twitter and was like, oh, they let that happen, which is like they didn't like let that happen. That wasn't pre-planned. But they didn't let me make this like super fucking terrible joke. And I was like, they shouldn't have let you make that super terrible joke. Are you fucking joking? Yeah. It's a terrible joke.
But she made it?
No, she didn't say it.
She tweeted
but she was like, oh, well, they let this happen, but they didn't let me say this.
So she said the joke on Twitter.
Yeah. So I was like, you didn't say it because it was a bad joke.
It is a bad joke.
Don't then go out and say it anyway.
Like Chris
and be
Rock's
like,
joke,
they should have let me say this.
Like Chris Rock's joke. Don't get me wrong. Like he said, it's a G.I. Jane joke.
It was a shitty joke.
It's a G.I. Jane joke, but
it was a cheap, shitty joke.
And if you're homies with Will, even before what happened where they boycotted, you almost certainly knew about her condition. If you're boys,
and she's been vocal about it for the last few years. I didn't know because I don't really pay attention to her.
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
I don't give a shit about.
But if you're boys,
when I was watching his vlogs, when he was doing the vlogs on YouTube, when I was watching those and she was in them, I did like notice that she was wearing a lot of headscarves and stuff like that.
Right.
But I was like, it's a cultural thing. I don't understand it. I don't fucking have to.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah.
I didn't think about it too long because it's none of my fucking business. And this is what I want to get back to. All of this, the Amber Heard shit, besides the actual fucking crime of assaulting someone, which she should face some sort of fucking punishment for, just something. At this point, anything. I'll take anything.
I will take
her royalties from Aquaman 2 and put them towards a battered spouses fund or something.
I will tell you. I will tell you this. I think her punishment should be equal to Johnny Depp's punishment.
It's never going to be.
I know it's not, but that's bullshit.
The irony of we place women on a higher pedestal when it comes to relationship matters. So women way more often, even when they're not fit to, get custody in divorces of children. Yeah, and that's true. More often than not, that's not the right way to go, but they still prefer, regardless of the fucking financial situation, they prefer the woman. Yeah. Either she's got a fucking 9-to-5 job at the fucking McDonald's, or dad is rich, she's probably still getting the kids. Right. Which is fucked up. Yeah.
But that's not the only. That's just one example. It's just one factor, there's a lot of different examples where that woman wouldn't be fit. And once again, I'm not pro man or anything like that. This is just there's examples of like where it's like you said, women's are put on a higher pedestal. But then when it comes to, and we always talk about equality, but then when it comes to something like this, where that man has lost countless of God knows how many contracts at this point to work on shit. Yep. And who knows if he's ever going to fucking get hired by a bigger corporation at this point. Right. And she's still doing Aquaman and fucking getting
And
where's the equality?
And like the funny
and she's
thing
clearly
is,
been abusive.
and like
clearly,
yeah, she's on record.
Yeah, like
and
clearly.
it was before they greenlit Aquaman 2. Mm-hmm. They could have just gotten out of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, we're not going to call her back. We're going to recast.
Yeah, you've done it before. You've done it before.
Easy.
Yeah,
you're doing it 4 times right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You're recasting the whole universe.
Yeah, the whole nothing's
like
the same.
It's so stupid, and it's like I'm so glad Discovery has bought Time Warner. I really am.
Me too. I'm
hoping. I have such high hopes because we've been in such a low, like the standard of management at Warner has been so poor that like really a trained monkey could do it better at this point.
Listen, I mean, we're kind of, in my opinion, we're done talking about, like, we both agree.
I've got a segue. I've got a segue.
I was going to say, this was a damn good segue when you just went into that.
This could be a segue as well.
Yeah.
So the DC Warner, I still think, I'm going to put this on record because I've said this to a few people. I've said this to you.
Have you watched Batman, though?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So
that's not what I was.
So we can't even talk about that.
I'm going to go into the Netflix shit.
Okay.
Warner and Discovery. Well, they didn't merge. Discovery bought Warner.
Yeah, Discovery bought
Warner Brothers Discovery. I want to put it on record that they missed an incredible opportunity to call the company Discovery Bros. Just saying.
And I told you why that might be a little rough to go with.
Cool,
but
whatever. I mean, I don't care. I think it would have been fantastic because then
I feel you.
It has.
So is that what we're segueing into?
We're segueing into that.
All right.
The way I was going to segue is I was going to talk about the fact that because we put these people on this pedestal, we want to make everything about the thing that they did, right?
Right.
So literally every single day since the Oscar ceremony, at work, I have my like Edge like opening tab and it shows like just news.
Yeah.
Every single day there is the picture of the slap.
Oh yeah,
and it's for various topics.
Oh yeah,
it's about Chris. It's about this. It's about that. Yeah. But it's always that fucking photo.
Yeah.
And most recently, they were like, Bright 2 canceled at Netflix because of Will Smith controversy, and I was like, no, that's not why. It's because 2 days ago they recorded record losses, and they lost. For the first time ever, they lost subscribers, and they dropped 37% in like 7 hours in the market. Are you kidding? You're telling me that the Oscar thing was why they canceled it? No, it's because it was a mediocre film, and they weren't going to make a sequel now that they don't have any fucking money.
Yeah. So here's my thing, though, and I want to talk about that because I was watching a streamer on...
Since you plugged something, I want to plug something. I just tried this. It's a Pepsi Nitro. This shit is fire.
I want I wish we were sponsored by this.
Jesus, I wish Pepsi was sponsored. Please sponsor me.
It was like 2 days ago. I don't think it was yesterday. It was probably the day before. I was watching her, and she brought up the whole Netflix losing like 200.
Who was this?
Just a streamer. Just a streamer I've been watching that I recently found and watching. And she brought that up, and then somebody said, but Amazon, raised their price to $139, and I'm like, yeah, but Amazon offers free shipping, offers music streaming, offers TV shows and movies and original content, not just old content, and Twitch Prime. Netflix offers one of those. Also, hold on, I know, $139 for 12 months is $11.50, $11.60, give or take, $11.60. Netflix is $20 for the HD stuff, $20. And who the fuck doesn't want to watch it in HD?
Look, anybody arguing that,
and also
Amazon raised their price, so it shouldn't have.
Bro, also, last time, I don't remember the last time Amazon raised their prices since I've had it.
They've raised it, I think, 3 times since.
If they raised it 3 times and they're still only yearly ending up per month $11.60, and I get HD. And all that other shit I mentioned, maybe, just maybe, Netflix should look into, because they were like, oh, well, we lost subscribers because people sharing password. People sharing password because you raised your price. All the things you said is the problem is a, what's the word I like to use, is a byproduct of you raising the price.
Yeah.
All that shit is the byproduct.
This literally
you raised your price. Byproduct is everybody's going to other streaming services and sharing passwords.
This is literally the comment I had when people started talking about the announcement that Netflix made. I said, "Oh, Netflix comes out with the classic 'I'm not the problem, you are' defense."
100%, yeah, 100%.
Like their defense is, "I didn't do anything wrong. You did."
We talked about this. We had a conversation like a year ago or so, and you asked me what's too much.
Yep.
And I said $20 in a month. Seems like people are agreeing with me. Now I get it. The lower option is like 16 a month or whatever, but that's still 16 a month for one thing.
Because I think 20 is the 5 screens.
The 20 is the 4K HD stuff with the 5 screens.
Yeah, I think ours is still like 17. When the 2 screen, which is I think what we have.
Yeah, you have the 2 screen, and it's not
when the 2 screen. When the 2 screen is $20. That's when it's too much for me.
Yeah, 100%, and I agree. I agree.
I'm going to call it a subscription.
But even at the 5 screen thing, like, if I could have it at 3 screens at 4K for $17 an hour, I'll take it. But they don't offer that. They only offer the 5 screens with the 4K.
Right.
So I have to pay the $20. Okay.
Oh, because you want 4K.
Yeah, because I want the highest possible fucking. When I'm watching shit, I want it to fucking not piss me off that it's like I see pixelated bullshit. You know, I want to see quality. With Amazon, I don't have to pay extra to get that. I just get the best stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
And on top of that, get all that other stuff. So that I mentioned. So anybody who's sitting there, anybody who's sitting there that's agreeing with Netflix is a fucking idiot because they're not considering what they're saying. Like, first of all, yes, we're in a recession or whatever you want to call it. Yes, yes, they have competition, but none of that matters when they're the highest price.
They're the highest price.
I have Showtime Paramount Plus with no commercials for less money. I have two providers, granted, same company, but, you know, different content, for less money. They make some badass original content that almost certainly costs as much as a fucking movie at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about big budget movie. I'm not talking about little budget movies.
Yeah.
So kiss my ass. You're full of it.
Here. I was talking to
Chris.
But
then the argument's like, but people also pay for them via cable.
No.
If they have the subscription,
I'm gonna touch on that cable bullshit in a minute. I've heard too much about it already.
And then Netflix is like, well, we'll bring out a cheaper version for ads, and I'm like, fuck you.
No. I think that's brilliant. I think they need a cheap option because there are people like myself who will pay $5 a month for Paramount Plus, or $6 or whatever it is a month, and get ads.
No, it's fine. You.
I never had a problem per se with ads. I had a problem with I gotta be here at 7:30 p.m. on a Tuesday to watch it, and I still get ads. And if I miss the first 10 minutes, I miss the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, 100%.
If the TV turns off, I have no way to fucking watch the
Cable is 100% an extinct. Oh, well, you could do DVR. Still, it's extinct. Fuck it.
Nah, dude. It's so fucking funny to me. People are like, oh, with all these streaming services, it's just like cable and it's almost as much the cost. Yes, it's almost as much as the cost. But you know what I still can't do with cable? Watch any of the shows at any time on any device.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the only thing that's not true for is Apple TV because I can't watch it on my Android phone. I can watch it on
I can watch it on Roku.
I can watch it on my desktop. I can watch it on my Google TV.
Right.
But I can't watch it on my mobile phone. But that's it. But if you have an iPhone, you can.
Yeah.
And it's like I have an iPad, so technically I could watch it on that too. So it's like the freedom of choice is what you're paying for. You're not paying to have a shit ton of TV shows because you're never going to watch everything on Netflix. You're never going to watch everything on Disney Plus. Yeah. You are watching the shit you want to watch. Yeah. I pay for MCU, kind of Star Wars, and a bunch of fucking Pixar shit. Yeah. That's what I pay for on Disney.
And if we want to
there's a bunch of other shit. They got a bunch of other old movies and shit.
Yeah, and if we want to go watch the old animated stuff.
Yeah, old animated stuff, and it's like some old like Disney like good like family friendly shit. Once in a while, that's the kind of movie I want to watch. But outside of that, I don't give a fuck what else they have a shit ton of movies that I'm never gonna watch.
Bro, I was just saying to Anthony, I'm like, bro, I pay for Hulu. Disney just sent me an email, said, hey, for another $3.99, you can have Disney Plus, and I'm like, and Netflix bitching. I'm like, I'm about to get 2 services for still less money than those, and still get full 4K, like the best resolution they have to offer at the time. The fuck are you doing, Netflix? But I heard they have 2 CEOs that both make about total combined $75 million per year. Sounds like there's a problem somewhere there.
Here's the real problem.
But does that mean they need to make less money? Yeah, because at this point they should have like hundreds of millions of dollars available.
Let's just
not necessarily in their bank account, but available. You know.
Let's run the numbers real quick. What does Paramount have? An entire movie studio. They make movies for the movie theater
industry. Sure.
They have cable channels that they have news on and shit. They own Nickelodeon. They own a lot of fucking media.
Absolutely.
Paramount Plus is a bonus service.
It is.
Amazon is a whole ass thing.
Yeah.
They are a multi-company company.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime Video is a bonus thing.
Yeah.
Apple makes a 43 jillion fucking devices a year. All this software, they skim 30% off every transaction in the App Store.
Right.
Apple TV Plus is a bonus. It's another reason to
sure,
buy an
yeah,
iPhone.
100%.
What does Netflix do?
The one thing.
The one thing.
Yeah.
What they need is incentive for people to want that one thing.
Yeah.
What I was saying when I had DC, what was it called? It was just called DC Universe, I think. Before it was, why am I wearing this stuff?
I don't know.
I'm like, my ears are warm.
I said, why my ears?
When they were still, before HBO took over all the shows and shit, when Titans and Doom Patrol and shit was on there, they had, and they still do, like they now with DCU on Infinite, they had a specialty store that you could not access unless you were a member.
Right.
Netflix does not sell all of their shows, all of their originals, on DVD or Blu-ray.
Not all of them, no.
Some, yes.
But not all.
Here is my free advice. I will not come for you with any kind of fucking lawsuits to Netflix. Open a subscriber-only store for the people who want to own the Stranger Things collection.
Yeah, stop selling it at Best Buy. Sell it specifically at Netflix.
Sell it specifically through the Netflix app.
Right.
You cannot buy it any other way.
Right.
Or the website, obviously. Yeah. And offer the first season of every show on regular shelves.
Right.
The first season of Stranger Things should be at Best Buy.
Right.
You want to watch the rest of it? Come see us, motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
That's how it should be, because that is
an incentive to keep staying as
it should be cheap.
Yeah.
At Best Buy, it doesn't need to be in the fanciest fucking box, because when they come see you and they watch it, they're like, shit, this is really good. I love Stranger Things. I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. Yeah. Oh, what's this store? I'm going to jump in this store. Oh, it's shaped like the Demogorgon. It's $400. I'm going to find a way to buy this.
Yeah,
like, that's the kind of shit. Like, look at the MCU. There are, I think, in total 5 different special edition collections of all the movies.
Yeah.
You have the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Super.
And then the fucking Infinity Holy Shit collection, which was in a gauntlet. And then there was another one, which was in the fucking crazy box. All of that shit was shit people already saw.
Yeah.
But they want it, and they're deep fans. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to create shit like they made a shit ton of money off Squid Game merchandise.
Right.
Imagine owning each one of, like, a version of each one of those puzzles.
Yeah.
Or something from one of the bigger puzzles. Yeah. Like, you can buy
and selling it only on the Netflix
stuff from the set.
Yeah, no.
Listen,
Listen, bro, there's many, listen, these motherfucking CEOs that are making this money don't have ideas. They should probably not be CEOs anymore.
This fucking dog's staring at me, so she needs to go out. Damn it. Every time.
We're going to have a technical break.
Anyway, yeah, so they have these, they should have a store to sell collections and merchandise 100%. And all this shit. Like, right now they sell it at fucking Target and shit. And yeah, that's going to give you a wide audience, and it might get people to watch the show. What you want to do is you want to incentivize being a member.
Yeah, 100%.
Not just like, oh, you paid for it for 1 month, binge the shit you wanted to binge, and then you're going to buy merchandise at Target. If you want to buy, like, especially now that the show's going to be over, if you want to buy Stranger Things merch,
Yeah.
you should only be able to do it through
Listen,
Netflix.
man, at the end of the day, it just sounds like DCOs make a lot of money and they don't really have a thought process. So
it's fucking
probably
dumb.
shouldn't make that much money if you can't fucking make up ideas.
I'm saying.
If you can't make your own ideas, like, if you got people in place and they're not coming up with ideas, and you're the CEO, and you can't come up with ideas, maybe you shouldn't.
They fired the head of the animation department. Yeah. What has been one of the best things at Netflix lately? Their animation shit. 100%. Like, are you joking?
Yeah, fucking no. Right now,
this is DC all over.
Oh, this is
DC
right
all
now,
over.
Like, I was super proud of Netflix, and now it looks like they're going DC style.
Like, I just watched the Collider Crew. They did so Saturdays. They do a review either of animation or fight choreography, a bunch of different stuff, right? So they bring in like experts. So they brought in this animation guy, and they talked about Arcane for the whole episode. And it looks great, and I'm like, shit, I really need to watch the show now, because it's like I wanted to, but it was kind of like on the list. Now that I saw like clips, and I'm like, damn, this looks fucking really great. Good. So it's like, you have these good shows, stick with those.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there is something.
Well, here's my other problem with Netflix right now. Like, and don't get me wrong, I have nothing against it, but when you're pushing all these alternate, Jesus Christ, when you're pushing these alternate language movies and TV shows on me, that tells me you don't have content for me. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with these alternate and some of them I'm sure I'll watch. But right now, I ain't feeling that. And if I haven't searched for it, if my search history doesn't show, or even my watch history, I don't even search. I just, I click on categories to find the shit I'm looking for.
Oh, by the way, they're bringing back a middle tier button, like a liked it versus loved it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good for you.
So we're going to go back to 5 stars eventually?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why the fuck they got rid of that, but okay. You know why they got rid of it? Because they couldn't stand seeing the star. They just wanted simple like or dislike. They couldn't see like, oh, well, medium doesn't really mean anything. It's either like or dislike.
No, dude, and you know what? That is,
and they're wrong.
That is how. But I mean, like, even retail. So like, I don't know if you were around in retail when they were doing the surveys a lot, but like, if they do a like if the survey, like, if, under the receipt or whatever, if you get a receipt or if you get a survey at the end of the receipt, 10 or 1. Everything else is either a 10 or 1. Right. Everything above 5 doesn't matter unless it's a 10. Everything below 5 doesn't matter.
No, I get that.
Unless it's a 1.
But that's stupid. That's bad.
Because, and this is to even go back.
I never give
even go back to the Will Smith thing.
I never give anything a 10.
It's everybody wanting to simplify shit versus having to think about shit.
I never give anything a 10 because nothing's perfect, and I will always give things a 1 if they're bad enough.
Yeah.
But 80% of the time,
bro, how many products have I tested?
I'm anywhere between 6 and a 9.
How many products have I tested where I'm like, it's almost a 5-star product?
That's almost. It's always almost, because there's no way it's going to be perfect.
How rare is it to have a 5-star product?
Rare.
Extremely
rare.
Where it's like I have
that
it in
means
hand.
Out of the box, it's perfect.
Exactly. That means I have it in hand, and there's nothing I want to change.
I have not experienced that.
Stop it.
No.
Dude, it blows my mind, but it really, so this whole, it's so weird how like a lot of this stuff, it's funny, we say we go on tangents, but a lot of shit just kind of falls in the same category.
Yeah, it does.
I was on I'm in that Balkans group on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they had a thing about Josip Broz Tito, who was our leader in like the World War II era. And he's kind of like a folk hero at this point. He's been somewhat like mythologized in that there are these stories about supposedly. So originally, Yugoslavia was kind of like a puppet state of the USSR.
Right.
At some point, Broz was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm doing our own thing." And there was a political divide. This is on record. This was a real thing that happened.
But listen, if Putin was around, he would have killed us.
he would have destroyed our whole country. Bro, supposedly he's threatening Bosnia. Or Yebi. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, at some point he's going to start threatening.
Of course, he's going to threaten everyone.
Bro, like anyway. I think it's dumb that we keep letting this fucker go.
So
because he will turn into fucking Hitler. I promise you. If we keep letting him go the way he is, he is gonna turn into Hitler.
So he's
and then we're gonna be like, oh, now he's gone too far.
Let me tell the story.
Now he's gone too far. Now we can kill him.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
No, we needed 1 million deaths.
Yeah.
That's when we can say, okay, well, now it's too much.
Yeah. So I'm talking. So I'm looking at this post. They're talking about Tito, and there's this story about how after this political split, where Yugoslavia was going to do its own thing, supposedly, whoever the fuck, I don't remember, Stalin? Maybe it was Stalin. Let's say it was Stalin.
Yeah, let's say
Stalin sends all these fucking assassins to kill Tito. And Tito basically writes back and is like, you need to stop sending assassins to try to kill me. A, I'm sick of having my men have to fucking take care of these guys. And B, if you keep doing this, I'm going to send one and I'm not going to have to send another one. And I was like, that's the G-est shit ever.
That's G.
And somebody gets in the comments and he's like, yeah, but like a lot of this shit's hard to prove, like a lot of these stories. And I was like, bro, nobody wants like real history. We just want what sounds cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, but that's the whole thing. Everybody just wants to simplify shit. It's the same shit the fucking conservatives are doing in this country. It's the same reason that the Trail of Tears, where countless fucking hundreds of thousands, I don't even know. That's how poor my education was.
Right.
A shit ton, a metric shit ton of Native Americans died because the whites were like, we want this shit, get out of my way.
Yeah, 100%.
And supposedly, and I don't know if this was like permanent or if this was just in a few books, but at some point, in some books at least, they changed it to say that the Native Americans moved so that they could let their new neighbors join.
Moved.
Are you shitting me?
They moved.
Yeah. Is that easier and simpler to explain? Sure. Is it the truth? Fuck no.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. It's all about what's easier to fucking talk about. It's because of password sharing. Why don't we have enough subscribers? Why don't we have enough money? It's because of password sharing. That is something that people like understand,
right?
And they can jump on real quick.
Except for the fact that it's not. That's just a byproduct.
That's exactly. It's like, well, we've made some bad decisions and we made some movies and shows that were just kind of okay and they didn't really give us the boost.
We also canceled some shit and then we just said fuck it.
Exactly.
And that sits well with people that dedicate time or money into something. Oh yeah,
exactly.
Especially when they
we don't
have
wanna,
to pay for it. They have to pay for the service to watch the show you made, and then you canceled it. And then you were like,
but
you're not going to get a finish.
But we don't want to give a complicated report where we have to sit down and analyze various factors. But, it's because of password sharing.
But it's for them too. It's because they don't want to accept the fact that they fucked up.
Well, they don't want to have to explain themselves to the board and to the investors.
Yeah.
They don't want to sit down and analyze all the reasons this is happening.
Listen.
And then therefore they're like, well, it's not anything we did because that's too complicated.
But I don't think it's just that. I think it's also like, I think these motherfuckers deal with what a lot of content creators do is like they don't want to accept the blame. They want to be like, I didn't fuck up.
Oh, I mean, for sure, the CEOs and shit. Yeah, the CEOs do.
Like, I didn't fuck up. Dude, what are you talking? I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah, the CEOs are like, we have, 5 million subscribers. Well, it's probably more than that, but let's say we have 5 million active subscribers, and right now it's $15 a month. If we raise it to 20, we'd make this much money. And the CEO's like, yeah, that sounds good. And no one says, yeah, but a lot of people don't want to pay $20.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
like this is on record. Like you just go on Twitter and be like, does anyone want to pay $20? And you see the answer is no.
Do I still have to finish
Witcher? Please say Witcher because I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Oh, I have seen. Yeah, I finished Witcher, and I've watched the animated movie. Like it's all great. But listen, I still have to finish Lost in Space. And,
great fucking show.
And I still have to finish.
Tier.
And I still have to finish
Another Life. Did you finish that one?
No, I still have to finish Another Life, and I still have to finish Lucifer. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Even that trailer that showed a bunch of things they're going to bring out this year, after I finish those, because I started them, I kind of just want to cancel my membership.
But then... what will it be about?
Because honest to God, the last time I was on Netflix is when I watched The Adam Project, and I haven't clicked on it since.
Well,
I've gone to Paramount Plus.
That's the thing for me.
I've gone to Hulu.
Are you
I've
on Picard yet?
dude, I'm on Prime Video. I'm watching Leverage. I'm literally
the original
they
show.
They have ads because it's part of IMDb, right?
Sure. But like, you're watching the original show?
Yeah, the original show. And
I'm so excited for you, bro. I love that show so much.
I'm going out of the way to watch other shit, but I haven't clicked on Netflix since the Adam Project, which once again, great fucking movie. I think everybody did a fantastic job.
Still gotta watch it.
But if that's it, that's irrelevant. You're doing something wrong. You're not keeping me occupied. You're not bringing me back on a fucking monthly basis, at least monthly, if not fucking doing it.
Since I pay for it, I strive to watch some shit. Like right now, they just announced the new season of
But like I said, every
Love,
time
Death,
I log
and
on,
Robots.
anytime I do click on it, all they fucking show me is these like, Middle Eastern movies and shit like that. I'm like, why
on your like recommended?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm curious. I don't look at that. I just go to my list. Let me see what they're right now. What they're
because I mean, if something new comes out, it's not going to be on my list. So I'm looking for this new thing that's supposed to be badass. But all I'm seeing on my recommended shit is like Middle Eastern movies and shit like that.
Hey. So I'm on the Philip DeFranco text line, and he just texted, I want to make a new series called It's a Tax Write-Off where I buy something awesome and or expensive and experience it on camera. What should I get for an episode? What's something dope he should buy and make a video about?
GR Corolla. Hey, it's going to be safe for him because it's all-wheel drive. I know he had a problem before where he was driving rear-wheel drive cars and he got in an accident and he didn't want to deal with that anymore. But this is all-wheel drive, so he doesn't have to deal with that. And it's manual. It's fun. It's four-door. It's a hatchback. It's convenient. I mean...
Oh, that's great.
You should tell him to listen to this podcast or watch it where I'm explaining why he should buy it. You're welcome, Phil.
My cousin says GR Corolla. I say Boston Dynamics. What's it called? The Spot or whatever?
Sure.
Boston. The robot dog.
Oh, yeah.
Boston Dynamics robot dog. There you go.
Oh, Phil. I love it. You were going to go on Netflix to see what's...
Oh, yes.
Phil, man.
It's usually there's not usually a text from him during the weekend, so I was like, let me see what he's saying.
Listen, Phil is the only news I watch. I don't watch any other news.
Agreed. All right. Literally. So here's so where does it usually tell you?
The minute I log on, all the first shit is
so
Middle Eastern movies or not just Middle Eastern, but it's like Swedish movies. Like it's all stuff that I'm like, yeah, it looks great, but I don't want to watch where the mouths don't match the English I'm listening to.
Here's what I have. The first thing at the top, Pacific Rim the Black. Still got to watch that. It's on my list, though.
That's the animated, right?
Yeah. Van Helsing, I'm on I think I only watched the first 2 seasons.
I'm trying to finish season 2, and I think they have 4 or 3.
It says new episodes, so let's see how many seasons does it have. Episodes and info.
It's either 3 or 4.
5.
Well, fuck, I'm behind.
Me too.
Shit.
Me too. So yeah, this is what it. So this is a watch it again section.
It's slow. It's for a Van Helsing animated movie TV show. It's slow.
No. That's not the anime. This is live action. The live action.
Oh, the chick.
Yes, the chick.
Oh, the chick.
Yeah, those chicks.
Those chicks. No, I'm saying the chick Van Helsing. No,
so I don't look. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I barely started season.
So here are my sections. Watch it again. So obviously stuff I already watched. Yeah. Trending now.
I was thinking Dracula. I'm sorry. I was thinking Dracula for the anime.
Period pieces, which also makes sense because I also like period pieces. Then it's my list. Then it's popular on Netflix. 30-minute laughs, so that's comedies.
Bro.
And then only on Netflix.
Bro.
And then TV shows, comedies, new releases.
Brother.
So what I would recommend, and this is something I did recently, so maybe this is what's helped my homepage. I went through and rated a bunch of stuff I already watched.
Me too. Bro, I've hit on everything.
Let's see on the desktop. Let's see on the desktop because I'm curious.
Actually, I'm curious. Let me see. This is true for Roku and desktop. Let me see here.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see. Yeah, desktop's the same.
Yeah, I don't know why that call like
Van Helsing TV shows trending now.
I will give him the. See, is Ultraman out? Go back up. Does that say you? Why didn't they tell me before? Why haven't I seen anything about this, bro? I watched the first season. I've been waiting for.
I still haven't seen it. I want to, dude. I haven't. I have never watched anything Ultraman, and I want to so bad.
It's the first season got me. I was like, fuck. I want more.
When it's done right.
Okay. So fantasy TV shows: Van Helsing, Supernatural, Outlander. So see, shit's changed now. Trending now is the next one, which says Anatomy of a Scandal. That's the new British one. But I think like the Marked Heart is...
Yes, Anatomy Out of a Scandal is the Diana stuff. Erica watches
the Marked Heart I don't think is English.
The Marked Heart?
Whatever. Then I have continue watching. You know what it is though? You know what else? Now that I think about it, I'm gonna put this. Should I say this on the podcast?
You gonna put it on your wife?
No. I share my password. Listen, bro, when you pay $20 a month.
But who do you share with? It has
my sister. Well, my sister, my mom and my sister, they watch in the same house because
they watch foreign language shit.
My mom loves it.
Blows my mind. Without words, I can't even comprehend this. What?
I'm guessing she uses my account
instead of switching to her profile.
Well, no, because we have me, my wife, my mother-in-law, which is all one house. Calm the fuck down. And her brother, Mike.
Yeah, but you're not limited to profile numbers.
Yeah, it only lets me, and then a kids one that says just kids. It won't let me make more than that. Just the 5.
Hold on.
I swear to God.
Hold on now.
I've tried. I've been wanting to.
Manage profiles. 1. Let's go. L.
Yeah, I don't have that ad. I don't have that anymore.
Oh, I can't call it the same thing. Okay, that's fine.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck can I go to do this. Oh, here we go. At the top.
So let's
manage profiles. Yeah.
J.
See, look. That's it.
Yeah, 5 profiles.
5 profiles.
So what you do is you make your wife and your mom share, because I imagine they probably have the same stuff.
Well, that's what I told them. I'm like, stop using my shit and use her shit, so I don't have these fucking stupid recommendations.
There you go. So it's just one of the people using the wrong profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, fuck it.
Says wop 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 wop. She loves that song so much, like it's unhealthy.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, listen. So enough about Netflix. They're the fucking idiots. It's on them. Yeah. This is not about sharing passwords. I pay fucking $20 a month to have 5 screens. It doesn't matter if I give it to my mom that lives 20 minutes away from me. I pay for 5 screens. It does not matter if it's inside my house or in my mom's house. It doesn't matter. It's still 5 screens, right? That's how I see it. It's still 5 screens. It doesn't matter if she's in my house or in her house.
That's what I believe.
That's it. It's that simple.
Because in practicality, if I'm somewhere else and my wife is watching here, why can't I watch it on another person's TV?
Why can't you watch it? Let's say we go visit a friend in Texas. Why can't you watch it in Texas? Because you're not here?
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
No, fuck you.
It's silly.
No, it's on them. I will say this, though. Going back to WB Discovery, when you told me when Discovery officially got acquisition of WB, they were like, no, first thing they said, they were like, we're getting a Kevin Feige. To me, that gives me hope.
Yeah.
Because if a company that first acquires another shit company and the first thing they say, we're getting a Kevin Feige, that means they've already been thinking about this, how this company's been fucking up. And they're like, we get a Kevin Feige, we're not going to be fucking up like they did.
So they did say they're going to make, supposedly, they did say they wanted to make more movies like The Joker.
That's great.
Maybe they mean more dramatic films.
Sure.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. There is a wide gap in the superhero, in like this comic book based films right now. Yeah. Right now, most comic book films, most comic book based films are superheroes.
Right.
And that's fine. I fucking love superheroes.
Yeah, me too.
But there is a gap. Like a good John Constantine movie or show, I'm down for either. I would love to see Matt come back and do a whole another season of Constantine.
I won't lie to you. This is probably controversial. People are gonna hate me. You're probably not gonna like me. I loved Keanu Reeves as Constantine.
No, that's fine. And they were talking about doing another movie or whatever.
I guess recently he was talking about it and he said, I'd love to do another one.
Supposedly they are doing another movie or show, but supposedly they're going to change his ethnic background. I'm not going to call it fucking race swapping or whatever the fuck they call it.
Sure.
Cool. Like, England is not just white. So,
Facts.
Yeah, he's an English dude. All he needs to be is an English dude who's kind of like shitty to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, which really any English dude will do.
Will say this.
Talking shit.
Listen, back in the day, I got annoyed, but I got annoyed not because they were changing his ethnic background. I got annoyed because that's why they're doing it. Because they needed to appease, make people happy that this is that.
But here's the problem.
And to me, that's just as racist as not having
it's straight tokenism is what it is.
And that's horrible.
Because it's like, if you want, like, they're making a black Superman movie. Why? Just make a movie about Icon, who is a black Superman type character.
Yeah.
Just make an Icon movie, assholes. Yeah. Like, there is a character who people want to see on screen.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't even hard fucking math, right?
I mean, listen, we've talked about this. Michael B. Jordan playing
Valzad. Super excited about that
that's
because
great.
that is a black Superman
that was written in the
but
comics.
But
supposedly
the movie, which is being written by I think Ta-Nehisi Coates, is going to be a Clark Kent movie, who is going to be black. And it's like, why? What, like?
To me, that's to me.
Like, I would just make it a Kal-El, like, of Earth 23 or whatever it is. Like,
100%.
make it a President Superman story. Because God, I like that character,
bro. I've always agreed with this. To me, when you're just
I tell you, it's
when
weird.
You're just changing the ethnic background to just change the ethnic background,
right,
is just as bad as not having inclusion in the movies. That, to me, period. That is a fact. Somebody can disagree with me. I don't give a fuck. To me, it's just as bad.
Well, I mean,
to me, it is. I mean,
sure,
you can disagree with me.
you, but it's like, we're not the ones affected. So, like,
I understand that, but wouldn't you be happier? Wouldn't you be happier if they actually brought a good fucking character? That
I agree. And that's why, to go back to Constantine, that's why specifically with Constantine, that is a hard argument to make, because they don't have black magical characters.
No, I get it. And listen,
like, if Marvel was like, oh, we're like, let's say after Secret Wars, they're like, we're going to relaunch Doctor Strange, but we're going to make him black. I'm like, just make a Dr. Voodoo movie.
But here's the thing:
like, we have a black Doctor Strange.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is back then, that's why I got mad.
Yeah.
Now I just don't give a fuck anymore. Honestly, like,
I still think,
at this point, I'm like, as long as it's a good movie, whatever, I don't care. But at the same time, like, I have my reservations where I'm like, this is still fucking stupid because you're just doing it to change.
I still have a problem with it. See, that's the funny thing is we kind of like flipped on that, because back then I was like, cool, it doesn't matter. There needs to be representation. I'm just trying to not lose
my fucking head
sure.
over it.
But it's like back then I was like, it doesn't matter. There needs to be representation. And while that is true, there needs to be quality representation.
100%.
Because it's like, was there anything uniquely black about?
Here's the thing.
Now, granted, we don't like to really dive into this movie because there's not really much to this movie. But was there anything uniquely black about the storms in Fanforstic? No. They were just it's like he got arrested. Bro, can we even just talk about that for a second? He got arrested for like flagrantly fucking aggressive driving and dangerous driving, and he just got out in one night. Yeah. His dad just showed up and pulled him out of fucking jail. Yeah. And then, but equally, was there anything actually Balkan about Sue Storm?
Nothing.
No. She was like, I'm from Kosovo. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That was just a bad movie, but here.
But that right there is just, that's tokenism. That's just like, we just did this to just...
100%.
We're doing a thing.
That's my problem. They just did it because they were like, we're just gonna do it to make people happy.
Yeah,
that's shit. To me, at the end of the day, that would piss me off if I was a different ethnic, let's say black. I would be pissed off because I'm like, you made a shit character.
Yeah.
You made him black and then you made him shit.
Yeah.
That's an insult. That character, he's supposed to be he's afraid of heights, but he's a thrill seeker.
A daredevil thrill seeker, yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's not even a great example because it's a shit movie top to bottom.
It's a shit movie top to bottom, right? But I'm just saying that's an example of like we changed his ethnic background just to do it.
Yeah,
they didn't make him good.
Yeah,
they just.
I'm trying to think of what something else that they've done. They did that. They did like a weird reverse.
But hold on, here's a good example
for the ancient one
of a series that yes, it was a movie back in the day, but ultimately nobody fucking knew. So when they released it, but a good series that has inclusion that nobody thought would ever make millions, $1 billion. Fast and the Furious. I know we joke about it a lot, but it has inclusion. And it's been successful.
Since the second one, yes.
Yeah. But even in the first one, Vin Diesel's half black. Yes, I get it. He doesn't look like
I'm sorry, Vin Diesel's what?
Vin Diesel, we went through this before. Vin Diesel is half black. He has a black father. I don't know why I'm
going to do this
every fucking time.
It's quite possible.
He does this.
I don't know how I don't remember this.
Vin Diesel's half black.
Vin Diesel. Hold on. What?
Then you got Michelle Rodriguez, right? Female, but also Hispanic. Then you have Jordana Brewster, female, right? Yes, you have Paul Walker. You have.
No, an adoptive African-American father.
But he also has his biological father is also black. He has a black...
He has never met his biological father and has said that all I know from my mother is that I have connections to many different cultures.
Right.
So he doesn't know.
Okay. If you watch his younger video where he's breakdancing, he has a fro and his skin's definitely darker. So, I mean, granted...
He had hair?
Yeah. Dude, he had a fro.
He had hair.
Look up Vin
Diesel
breakdancing.
Bro.
No, I want you to look it up here and show.
Oh, my God.
I want you to show.
I am not in a great fucking keyboard position.
I don't care. YouTube, it is on YouTube.
YouTube.
It is. Vin Diesel breakdancing.
Vin Diesel. I typed B and it came up. Right. Oh, my God.
Right there.
What?
Okay, my bad. I exaggerate the fro, but he's got a fro.
It says, yo, that's Vin Diesel. Mark Vincent.
Right, his name's...
He does. I mean, he does look mixed right there. Like, way more mixed.
Yeah, way more. Yeah, I mean, clearly his skin's lightened over the years, but...
He's, like, teaching. It's fucking insane to think that Vin Diesel was skinny.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was a skinny kid. Holy shit.
But it's a great set of movies that, right? Nobody thought would... Who knew those movies would actually make crazy money? They knew they were going to make money.
Yeah.
But the money they've been making, nobody knew.
No.
Nobody. But look at it. Look at the amount of fucking characters that nobody ever heard about. But because they never existed.
Exactly, and that's the problem.
But the problem, right? But the problem is having a mentality thinking like we can't sell Icon to people. Well, you've already sold them to some people. Now you just need to sell them to who's
that's where you're going with this.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, I'm going to fucking characters that are already built, that are good, that are there. You can, bro. You've already sold it to people who are reading a comic. You can sell it to fucking comic book watching movie people that they've never read a fucking comic book in their life.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You can do it.
Yeah.
Just make a good movie.
Oh, complete fucking aside. It just hit me in my brain. There's some soda for you in the soda drawer.
All good. But yeah, so that's my point. My point is like you change ethnicity of characters, but then you make them bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
what's another example where they've done that? Okay, so like Aquaman, technically they changed his ethnicity, if you can even call it that.
Yeah, like he's still white, but he's Samoan. Like he's still
Is he supposed to be Samoan?
Jason? Yeah, Jason's Samoan. Yeah.
I thought he was Maori.
Or maybe... No. I think he's Samoan.
Damn it.
I think
We're looking up
Samoan.
a lot of shit today.
No, I think he's Samoan.
Maybe
I'm wrong, but I could have sworn he's Samoan.
What's his fucking name?
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Aquaman. Just...
I'm
pretty sure he's Samoan.
Okay. I feel like... So, first of all, he was born in Hawaii.
Yes, he was born in Hawaii.
I feel like that should be like in the like quick bits on the first results page because like that's a lot of people look this shit up.
Yeah.
Native Hawaiian and Pawnee ancestry. Oh, okay, cool. So Hawaiian and Native American.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
Right.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I legit thought
he's just a white dude.
No. I thought he was Maori.
Oh.
I really thought he was Maori. But I mean, like, I guess he would have had to be born over there and then leave as a baby because he has no accent.
No, he doesn't. No, he's very much of. Yeah, there's no.
He's just like he's got a very American.
Yeah, normal American.
Yeah. So I guess, wow, I mean, but again, I'm not familiar enough with the culture because I've seen him do the haka and like.
Right.
I thought that was more of like a Maori Pacific Islander kind of thing. Which I guess, yeah, like he's Hawaiian, so like I guess, but like I don't. Yeah, no, I didn't know. I didn't know.
But no, I'm just saying.
So like that, but it's like at the same time, like Aquaman is like nothing's white about Aquaman. He's fucking Atlantean, so it's like that's not a thing to me.
Yeah, but no, it's just what I'm trying to say is that we have shit like. I'm forgetting his character name. The lightning guy.
Black Lightning?
Not Black Lightning. the other guy.
Static Shock.
Static Shock.
That's coming out.
I know it's coming out. But what have we seen about it? The Rock's been talking about fucking Black Adam for 5 years. Now it's coming out.
Yeah, but real talk. With DC the way it has been,
that's the problem.
Is that any fucking?
But that's the problem. That's how you have great. Well,
Michael B. Jordan is bringing.
But hold on, but that's my
issue.
But that's my issue, right? Here's my issue. You have a great character, and people love him in the comics.
Yep.
But you're not already fucking talking about it. I've said this multiple times on this podcast. The problem with WB is they don't communicate shit. So how are they going to get people in seats to fucking see these great characters when they don't fucking talk about them in advance? You know what Ryan Reynolds did? He sold Deadpool for 10 years. That's why they made $1 billion.
He did. He really did.
Like 10 years of talking about Deadpool. Guess what's going to happen? Everybody loves Ryan Reynolds and their friends are going to go fucking watch Deadpool even though they don't know shit about Deadpool.
So let's touch on this. To pivot the DC thing a little bit.
Fuck you, DC. Thank you, Discovery. I hope you do better.
How do you think Discovery is going to handle Ezra Miller?
They're going to can his ass. Bro, listen.
Do you think they're going to replace him at the end of the movie?
Bro, they got rid of...
Because what people are saying is they want them to put Grant Gustin in at the end of the film.
Bro, Ray Fisher...
Like CG
First of all, Grant Gustin shouldn't...
I don't think he's got big screen chops. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I think he's fine on the show.
I think he's fine on the show. He did the movie on Netflix. He did fine on that, but I don't know if he's fucking 150 million production budget movie guy. Not at this point. I'm not saying he can't be. I'm just not seeing it.
I mean, like,
could
fucking
you prove me wrong? Of course you can.
George Clooney was just a fucking doctor on ER
sure.
for
Listen,
years.
Bro, I didn't give Gal Gadot that much credit either, but hey, they proved me wrong. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying at this point to just throw his ass in there, I don't think that works.
Right. Hard sell. It's a hard sell.
What did they do? Listen, Ray Fisher complained about Joss Whedon and the work ethic that was there. He is no longer Cyborg.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is beating the shit out of people and doing...
He is on his third arrest.
And people gave Will Smith problems?
Can we, like... Why don't they just leave Hawaii? That seems to be a problem for them. Like,
that's the other thing. I'm still seeing Will Smith slaps memes, but nobody's talking shit about Ezra, whatever the fuck his name is. This motherfucker's been arrested 3 times. Beat the shit out of somebody. The fuck? This guy's still Flash? First of all, I actually I was talking to this.
I think it's because it's all happening during like the transition.
But here's the thing. I was talking to Ty about this because we were talking about the Batman. And I said, I'm like, listen, I loved Ben Affleck as Batman. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I enjoyed Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I just didn't care about the whole like screaming, jumping out of the plane stuff. Like that's not Aquaman style, but whatever. It is what it is.
Right.
But I enjoyed Gal Gadot, even though originally I was not caring to have her as, what's it called, as Wonder Woman, because I said, listen, if you're going to pick between actresses that don't really have much acting chops, I say Gina Carano is a better Wonder Woman because she already has the physique. Right? She already has.
And then she turns out to be a racist.
Yeah, well, then that's a whole different story. At the time,
although she'd still be employed at this rate.
Yeah, 100%. But at the time, that wasn't a thing. So, like, if you were going to pick, but I enjoyed Gal Gadot. I enjoyed Ray Fisher as Cyborg for the fucking little shit that Josh Whedon fucked up. But never gave a shit about Ezra being the Flash. Never. No, like, watching him on screen, I was like, it could have been anybody at this point.
I honestly thought he was a little too quirky for Barry Allen.
Yeah,
like, from what I've read, Barry Allen, from what I've read.
Especially after watching Grant Gustin do Barry.
Yeah. I mean, and even, I honestly, even the CW show, Barry Allen is a little, it's a little, I don't want to say goofier, but it's a little more like, easier to like relate to.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
In the comics, Barry Allen is like the seasoned veteran Flash.
Yeah,
like,
he's not a 20-year-old kid.
And even when they relaunched it in the New 52, even when he was screwing up and just kind of like literally stumbling through it, it always felt like this is Barry Allen. He's got it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it never, like at no point was like, oh shit, like is he gonna get through this?
Yeah.
Whereas like with Wally had a whole different approach, and his approach was more like human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, when they brought Barry back and when they like relaunched with Rebirth and all that shit, and it was still Barry, and now it was like I guess older. Dude, I'm not even gonna try to get.
I'm not.
Anyway,
even gonna go into
anyway,
that.
so like when Barry was Flash, I was kind of like, these feel like older Flash stories.
Yeah, 100%.
These feel like stories of a Flash who has been doing this for years, decades. And then when they've brought Wally back, and Wally's the Flash because Barry's missing again, because that's what Barry does. Wally's now the Flash on the main book,
right? And
it feels like a lighter book.
Yeah,
that just it's a different kind of Flash. So that's why.
But to answer your question, so because I didn't really care for Ezra being the Flash, I just cared. After that, I cared because I just wanted them to fucking give me a finish to the story that they started, right?
Give me something.
Give me something, right? Give me an end. Like, you teased fucking Darkseid, but I'm not going to see that.
Honestly,
I'm not going to see these characters finish that story.
What they should just do is write some sort of, however the Flashpoint movie ends.
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
So at this point, give rid of him. No, I hope so.
They're gonna lose a job. Okay.
I mean, bro, at this point, like we're giving Will Smith all this shit. This motherfucker's been in jail. Will Smith just slapped the guy. So at this,
that's part of it, right?
Bye-bye.
So I think they're gonna lose the job. I think what they should do is write a moment, just like write a post-credit scene or something, where midst run, I don't know, like while the Flash is in the Speed Force, you see a lightning bolt,
and
he disappears.
Yeah, somebody else.
Wallace West.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Black Kid Flash shows up.
Let's go.
Because now, you've got a younger dude.
Well, I mean, you're replacing everybody anyways, right? You got Batgirl taking over for Batman.
Yeah.
Bring in Wally.
And then he shows up, and Wallace is there.
Let's go.
And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, 100%. Let's do it. I'm down at this point. I mean, nothing's making sense, so let's fucking go.
It's like now
that makes more sense to me than anything else.
Bro, dude, and then you could write this whole how did he get here movie or limited show where what happened was Flash disappeared and he is now part of the Speed Force, but during X amount of time he trained Wallace.
Bro, that makes more sense to me then randomly Keaton is Ben Affleck's Batman, and
bro,
he's
I
giving it
can't
to
wait to
Batgirl.
see that explanation.
Yeah.
Cannot fucking wait.
That what you just said makes way more sense for how to change Flash versus. Oh yeah,
because the
Keaton
Flash
is
has
Ben
like
Affleck,
the
and
Flash,
he's giving it to Batgirl.
There are certain characters, and it's funny because like a lot of characters in DC are legacy characters. There are at least they're either the beginning of the legacy or they're part of the legacy. Yeah. But it's like almost all of them have a plot device that makes it easy to replace them.
Yeah, 100%.
Any Green Lantern can be replaced.
Yeah.
You died. Now you're Green Lantern.
Or not even. Hal's gone. He's on
Hal's
up. Planet.
Yeah, Earth gets 43 Green Lanterns by this point, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Go ahead, John. You can take over. It's your turn.
Oh, God, they need to do John. I am not interested. Bring Hal in as like Hal's off doing some shit, leading the Corps.
100%.
Dope.
Yeah.
Green, like, John. I want John to be like a freshly retired Marine or soldier.
Apparently, since WB talks so much about their fucking shows and movies, apparently we still don't know what's. I mean, last time we talked about it, we know that the show is happening, but we don't. So because they've said nothing about it since.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Green Lantern Corps.
They brought it up like 6 months ago, whenever the last time we talked about it.
Yep.
But they haven't said anything since. And apparently, there's that big ass movie too, the Core movie or the whatever.
I thought the Core was a show, or maybe it's a movie. I don't know.
Supposedly, there was going to be the show for for Diggle or something like. Originally, it was going to be Diggle. And then,
he's doing the
HBO stuff. Supposedly, but then they said it was somebody else. Like once again, horrible communication. But then there was going to be the Green Lantern Core movie.
Well, now they're doing Gotham Knights. By the way, there is a Bruce Wayne on Gotham Knights because somebody found the shooting set. So now we have a Bruce Wayne in the CW. Probably not a Batman. There's probably just going to be like I bet they're going to use the plot from the fucking.
Can I tell you this? The only show right now.
Look, they have a spoiler. As long as they bring me a spoiler, a Tim Drake, a Dick Grayson, give me all these dope people on CW.
Can I just say
I'll watch
this?
that.
Can I just say this? The only two shows that I want to watch at this point. Stargirl?
Yes. I still got to watch season 2.
And Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol's fire.
That's it. I don't want to watch anything else. Titans, I'm sorry. I'm like.
I
tried watching that.
Season 2.
Bro, first episode, I was like, I don't care. I turned it off.
Here's the thing. Season 1, stumble. They stumbled to the finish, okay?
They stumbled through that show, first season.
They stumbled to the finish.
How do you spend millions and your audio can be better than what I make on YouTube?
I'm still mad about that. I will say probably about halfway through season 2, they did seem to fix that. There really wasn't.
It took halfway through season 2.
Well, you got to give them what you got to give them.
You got to give them.
Season 1, they stumbled to that finish.
Perfect.
They
did, yeah, 100%.
They got there though. Yeah. They got there. They got to Trigon.
I tried to
wasn't
watch
great.
That episode 1 in season 2. I stopped like 20 minutes.
In season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you finished season 1.
Yeah, we finished it together. It stopped on coming to Trigon in that house where Dick goes crazy.
That's right. Oh yeah. So season. By the way, that first episode is the only episode that's not that. After it's like, finish that first episode because that's just the end of season 1.
My brain just hurts.
That's just the end of season 1. I swear to you. Season 2, episode 2 is literally a different show. It's like 6 months later. Shit is all different.
I don't think. Listen, I don't actually. Here's my problem.
It's season 2 is better. My problem. Way better.
If I do it and I hate it, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna go to WB and kill everybody who created the show.
I do not consent to being killed.
Because here's the problem. Here's the problem. First of all, the way Dick is a child. To me, the way I watch Dick in that show, he's a child. He's literally 9 years old.
They explain some of that. Here's my problem.
I get wanting to separate yourself from Batman, but to act like a 9-year-old, like a spoiled brat?
Yeah. Look, and they go through it. They kind of force him to deal with his shit
like, bro,
in season 2.
I know you've read more Batman, like 1,000% more Batman than me. But did they really write Dick to the point where his hate for Batman was so bad that even in his worst nightmare that this demon can put in his head, he would kill Batman? Kill the person that
in those first like weeks and months of being Nightwing, maybe.
Kill Batman, the guy that took him in.
I mean, like that was the '80s, so they wouldn't have shown that. But if that era, if that moment happened now, probably. I'll be honest.
That's bad writing in both ways.
Well, no, it was a big breakup. It was a big breakup. Like Batman was going down an incredibly dark path, and he's like, I'm not fucking here for this. I do not want to be here for this descent.
I get
and
that.
he pieced the fuck out. And then when Tim showed up, I mean, like if he's forced into a super dark place, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That show is kind of taking a turn it up to 11 dark turn. So like it's a dark show. It's meant to be a dark show. I mean, like fuck, Hawk is a fucking drug addict both seasons, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
It gets better in season 2, but like there's
Does his counterpart ever show up, or is she in a coma the whole time?
No, Dawn wakes up.
Does she?
Yeah, Dawn wakes up. Dawn, I thought Dawn woke up at the end of season 1.
I don't remember.
Oh, anyway, look. After episode 1, which is definitely just remember they said that they shortened the finale. It's absolutely just the second half of that episode.
Yeah, it's just the finish too.
Episode 2 starts the actual season 2. It's better. I'm not going to say it's great.
You know what was great?
It is better than the first season.
You know what was great?
What?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing was great, and
but you know what they did?
It's a disappointment that they canceled it.
Yeah, that's what they did.
And I still haven't found the impetus to watch it, the rest of it.
Yeah, because we never finished it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I still haven't. I really like it. I like that show. I like that show. And then CW was even like, cock tease. Swamp Thing is a thing in another universe. Yeah. And I was like, fuck you guys.
Because why? Finish it so we don't get it in?
I don't know.
Fuck
I don't know. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Anyway, that show gets better. They make Dick deal with his shit, and then when he finally becomes Nightwing in the last couple episodes, he faces off against Deathstroke. It's a good fight. Like, it's a solid fucking fight. They give you the flashbacks of why the Titans broke up in the first place, the original Titans. There's a lot to it. I think it's a way better season by far. And I was kind of on board. Like, they introduced Superboy kind of in a good way. Like, they kind of like smashed together some stuff from the comics for his introduction. It was fine. Yeah. But he kind of like went through some stuff that happened later on in the comics, like pretty fast, which I was like, I'm okay with this. Like, we're dealing with the I'm part Lex Luthor thing right away. Right. So it's not like a thing that the ones of us who know in season 5 are like, is he going to do it this season? Like, we're not waiting for it. Right. We're just dealing with it and we're moving on. Right. And he's like, I'm going to choose to be Superman. Fuck this Lex Luthor half of me. We're done. Right. And I'm like, cool. And then they finish it. And I'm like, I'm like, oh, okay. It's like resolution. They beat the fucking bad guys. I'm like, okay, resolution. This is how it ends. It's a good season ending. All right. I'm good. And then I'm like, this moment is dragging just a little too long. And then after all the fighting has stopped, a fucking light pole just spontaneously fucking breaks. And Donna has to catch it. And she saves the woman and her child. And Donna dies. And I say dies in quotes because she's in season 3. So she clearly comes back. But I was just like,
bad writing.
I was like, there was a good finale. We didn't need to kill her. But it's like we needed something to like cliffhanger the season. Like, no, we didn't. It would have been fine if you just finished the season. 100%. And season 2 was like, hey, they're on patrol and some shit happens. Because season 3 is all about Jason. And Jason in like off screen, basically. Like, I think we see kind of like a shadow Joker beat the shit out of him in like a stadium. Like, it's not even like the death of the
warehouse,
family.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like he gets beat the shit out of by Joker. And then the Red Hood shows up, I guess, to haunt the Titans and not Batman, like as
Honestly,
soon as I saw that shit, I was like
the guy they picked for Bruce Wayne. I like him as an actor because he was really good in Game of Thrones. I do not care for him.
I just saw him in something too. He's a good actor.
I do not care for him as Bruce Wayne.
And he, by the way, in season 2, he like kind of haunted Dick for like 3 episodes, where it was just like Dick was like trying to deal with his shit, and he was just arguing with a dude who wasn't there. And I'm like, you look insane to everyone who sees you. But sure, let's just pretend like this is gonna be fine.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, it was.
No, he's a good actor. I don't. He's not a Bruce Wayne.
I mean, I don't know. It was fine. Like I didn't really care about it, honestly. It was not a Bruce Wayne show. I'll be honest. As much as how to phrase this, regardless of the degree of better season 2 was than season 1,
right?
That ending just took all the wind out of the sails for me. I have no interest in season 3.
I gotta finish Stargirl. I gotta finish.
I want to. And that's the difference. Season 1 of Stargirl ended in a way where I was like, I'm interested in season 2.
Right.
Let's go, Eclipso. Right. I'm interested. Right. Let's fucking see this.
I gotta watch Stargirl.
And it's like I still remember that because it was a good moment to end on.
I gotta finish it. I think I stopped at like episode 5 or something like that.
Of 1?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
No, I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. It's just I started falling out of love with the CW stuff, so it took me out of that too. Yeah. And like,
thank God it's still a separate
obviously,
universe.
Titans taking me out. Like, I'm like, what the fuck did we just watch?
Really though, thank God it's still it's in a different universe. Still.
I'm 100% there with you, bro.
We're not gonna just 100%. Like shove her into 5
and that's
episodes
the thing.
for no reason.
Just going back to even the movies, like I'm perfectly fine. Like I just watched the Batman. I know you didn't, so I'm not going to really say much. But I'm fine with them continuing that story as long as they just say this. Like they just need to let people know, hey, this is a different Batman.
Yeah.
Like they need to come out in social media and be like, everybody watching these movies, this Batman, different Batman.
Bro, they did a map for the comics. Just do like a bullshit
do the
little
same
map.
thing. Yeah.
Hey,
listen, if Marvel
this
can
universe,
come out,
this universe, this universe,
Disney
they're unrelated.
If Disney / MCU can come out and give us a fucking timeline of everything that's happening, you can give us a fucking just a little chart that says, hey, this different universe, this same universe, this the other universe, and we're done. Game over. Move the fuck on. Like, just give people fucking knowledge on what the fuck's happening, so they're not going into this shit and being like, so is this part of the same universe? Because, dude, most people are like, the fuck's happening? Like, even with my mother-in-law, she always has problems where she is confused. And, like, there are people like that where they're just confused. I mean, fuck. Even somebody who's very good at figuring shit out, even I'm sometimes like, so what's happening?
Yep.
Like, how many times do we have to go back to figure out that Batgirl is actually... We still don't know for a fact, but everything we've heard, Batgirl's taking over for Ben Affleck's Batman, who is being given... The mantles are being given to her by Michael Keaton. So, like, them explaining that whole
honestly,
thing...
so here's the thing. And just to
at close, least this is what we've heard.
Yeah, well, to close...
Has it been official?
To close this DC topic here, I want to say one thing. The Batgirl... paradox, if you want to call it, is interesting because if they decide to can Ezra, which they probably will, they can just dead that universe.
They could.
Wonder Woman 3, which is now no longer being helmed by Patty, whatever the fuck.
Which I don't blame them because I think
2 sucked.
Here's the thing: you didn't like 2. I didn't mind 2. But
that's different than liking it.
Well, here's the thing. I did like it more than first one. I thought it was, to me, it felt...
Did you say you did like it more than the first one?
I did. I liked
more than the first one?
Yeah. I liked it more than the first one.
Judge him, kids. Judge him.
Yeah, all you want. I don't care. I enjoyed it because I thought there was more...
It was so gray and you couldn't see any of the fighting. Like,
I could.
Like, Cheetah sucked.
I actually liked Cheetah.
I liked Ares way more than Cheetah.
I actually liked Cheetah. I mean, do I like the story they gave her? No, I don't give a shit.
No, I mean, her story was trash. Like, she was a fine actress. She did the role fine.
But like how Cheetah looked, it made sense to me. Because,
sure, but like, how could you tell? They shot it and rendered it in -17 black. Like you couldn't fucking see the scene.
Mine. I don't know. On my screen, I saw it.
That was like the number one complaint about that fight. How could you fucking tell? Everything was gray.
Well, sure. Yeah,
she even took off the bright gold armor, and then even she was dulled down.
No, I get
so now the whole scene is gray.
Yeah, but you know why that is?
Because it's a person that looks like a cat.
It's not even that.
You know, yeah, but Billy, that's it. That's why.
But that's not what it is. I'll tell you why it is. Because this is why they keep doing it. Because when you don't have somebody that's great at directing CGI, or you don't believe in the team you have for CGI,
right?
What do? You darken shit up so the CGI looks better than it is.
I mean, it could be that. It could.
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
It could very well be that.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Because at the end of the day, like, when you don't have somebody, how can I put this? They relied on a lot on a fucking Zack Snyder. And because they lost the Zack Snyder and they don't have a Kevin Feige that says, this is the CGI team, this is the fucking director, then you're relying on, like, how can we make it look like it's better than what it is?
Right. Yeah, but I mean, Zack Snyder fucking puts a gray filter over everything too.
Sure, he does, but he always goes out of the way to try to make things look really good, though. You watch Sucker Punch, everything looks fantastic there.
This man likes to bring up Sucker Punch a lot.
You look at The Extraordinary Gentleman, everything looks fantastic. It's dark, but if...
The what?
I'm sorry, not Extraordinary Gentleman. What's the...
Watchmen?
Watchmen, thank you. I confused it too.
That's an entire...
whatever.
Both Alan Moore projects, so you were close.
Yeah, sure. But still, you watch Watchmen, dark, but you can tell, like, the visuals are good.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that property is dark, but it's like when you darken but it's like when you darken Wonder Woman, who is a beacon of hope and light.
But the reason once again, I'm telling you now.
And I get that, but that's a problem.
That is a problem.
They could have made her not CG.
But that's the whole conversation.
They could have given her
doing wrong things.
Right. They could have given her actual makeup, which, like, I'm sorry. Anyone that is like, oh, we'll just CG her into her, transformed.
Right.
Why?
You could have just done makeup and then use CG just to make it better.
Instagram or TikTok lately?
No, 100%.
Like,
I mean, you could have literally
amateur motherfuckers at their house are making makeup changes
100%.
that are perfect.
100%. You could have done them.
You could have paid
and just use CG to make it look better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just plus it. Just plus
exactly.
one.
Like
100%. It's like appearance plus one. It looks great.
It just goes back to a company that doesn't believe in themselves.
Yeah. But I think that specific thing that you got to put that on the director. Like, that's a choice. You chose to CG.
You absolutely do. But
you also chose to have Wonder Woman sexually assault a guy. But that's a different conversation.
Whatever. I don't care for that conversation whatsoever. You can have it with somebody else.
So it's a real thing. That's what happened.
You can have that conversation with somebody else. Yes, it's on the director, but it's also not, because the director only has so much. The producer and the company provides the funds, and if the funds ain't there...
Oh, yeah, but I just mean, like, I can't imagine that, like, you couldn't have taken, like, $2 million out of the fucking... Not even $2 million, probably $200,000 out of the fucking CG budget.
I mean,
Where, by the way, they bullshitted a whole region of fucking Egypt.
Bro, I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying that director knew everything she was doing. I'm not saying she was bad, but I'm not saying she was maybe the best option for a superhero fucking that's supposed to be flying and fighting creatures that are not human and shit like that. So, at the end of the day, there's multiple issues there. But,
for sure.
Yeah, so that's just a company that makes bad decisions.
So
hopefully now they don't.
So anyway, where I was going with that, the Batgirl ends up being an interesting conundrum, like paradox. If you say we're just gonna dead this universe, the Snyderverse, if you will, then Aquaman 2 can just be in the new universe. Wonder Woman 3 can be in the new universe. Shazam, all of it can have been in a separate universe. Even Black Adam, all set like. Even Shazam and Black Adam could be their own thing,
100%,
without ever having to even explain it. Well, there was that Superman cameo. Was there though? Was there really?
Well, I mean,
there was a dude.
I mean, there was a dude in a Superman costume, and it was definitely Superman. That's his friend. But
It could be a different Superman.
It doesn't have to be Henry Cavill Superman.
Yeah, all we know is that he was white. That's as much as we know about him.
That's all we know.
And Superman, he was very bulky.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we know.
So it's like that could be a separate universe, and then the Batgirl could just be taking over in the Keatonverse.
100%.
The only thing
that's what they should be saying.
The only thing that prevents that from happening is that Gordon is still being played by.
I know.
What's his face from Justice League?
Yeah, I know.
Which is like, okay, so that has to be in the Snyderverse.
And that's what I'm going to call him because that's what he.
I always forget his fucking name.
He is always going to be J. Jonah Jameson. He's going to be JJ.
But he has like a repeating letter, right?
He does, yeah. It's.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
I feel bad. He's such a good actor. I love him so much.
Spider-Man No Way Home, J. Jonah Jameson actor.
J.K. Simmons. See, like
Sorry,
J.K.
You are a fantastic actor.
It's not repeating, but it's
You're
like
a fantastic actor, and you are J. Jonah. Dude, forever. From here on out, no matter.
Till the end of fucking time.
Dude, whoever takes over that role is going to feel like shit.
I want him to like, you know what would be fucking fantastic? If I was Marvel. If I was Disney right now, knowing that he is the ultimate fucking J. Jonah Jameson,
perfect.
Have him record just like a shit ton of those classic
and get like scans of his face, bro. He could forever
just like
digitally be J.
just
Jonah.
like all of the classics, like J. Jonah Jameson lines,
100%.
all of them,
all of it.
Parker, all of that shit.
And as long as you pay him, or his family
dividends.
Just pay
y'all get a cut every time we use it. Y'all get a cut of these movies,
bro.
Every dude.
That's called the smart move.
Because then it's like, oh, fucking 30 movies from now, you could be like, oh, we're doing a fucking VR Spider-Man. Right. Guess what? VR J. Jonah Jameson.
No, let's not.
He said let's not.
Let's not. Just like 3D movies aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, but the metaverse is happening. Do you know they're doing?
I don't care.
I've
already said this.
BMW. BMW made a VR.
I've already said this before. If you're gonna live in a metaverse, get prepared. You think the rich run your life now? Holy shit, you're fucked.
Oh, somebody was saying that, like, oh, you're gonna see ads everywhere, like, and I'm like, somebody was saying that you're gonna be stuck. Like some dude was, making a big speech about it or whatever, and he was like, oh, you're like, because the rich control it all, you're gonna be stuck in a world where everything you see is curated and like targeted at you to make you buy shit. And I'm like, you say stuck like you can't just take the fucking thing off.
Maybe at some point.
I mean, down the line, possibly not. Yeah, down the line, maybe it is the Matrix.
The Matrix.
So we pushed it a little past the 1:30.
There is a slight break there.
That's true. Yeah, we might be just at the time.
Just at
the time.
And I don't think we had really a third topic though.
That was the third topic.
But we were going to talk about the Batman.
We talked celebrity shit.
We
talked, yeah, but we
talked
about
can I bring up
shit.
one more thing about Keaton? That suit, I keep going back to it.
It looks the same, right?
Yeah, but it's bad. Like the fucking stomach's like wrinkled. Like it looks like it's bad.
I think they're gonna do the same thing they do with Spider-Man. I think they're gonna CG it.
I hope so.
Because like,
Tom
Holland wears a costume, but they still CG the whole thing.
I get why they're doing it because back in the day he couldn't move in that suit, so now they want him to be able to move in it, but they want it to also look the same.
Too, yeah.
But they also wanted to look the same, so it makes sense to the universe.
Girl Keaton. Batsuit. Somebody actually, I didn't look at it because somebody just recently said, "Oh, there's like a new look for it, new look at it." You're talking about this shot, right?
Yeah, the shot where, the bat shot.
Yeah, that's a rough shot.
That's a rough shot.
Supposedly, this is the actual shot, and that looks like a modernized version.
Yeah, so he can move in it, and that's 100% going to be CG. I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to watch The Batman because I really want to discuss that.
We'll discuss it
because
give me like a 30-second non-spoilery just opinion.
Good watch, not great. Some of the actors were meh. Other actors were really good.
I'm gonna guess, and you don't have to confirm or deny, but I'm gonna guess that Penguin kicked ass.
Yeah. I'm gonna confirm it because
bro, I saw the clip of him getting ready, and bro, when
I watched that movie and I still didn't realize it.
That when I first saw the trailer, and they were like, "Oh, it's Colin Farrell." I'm like, "The fuck it is."
Bro, my mother-in-law was like, "That's who?" My wife had to tell her 5 times, like, she's like, "That's not him. That is him."
Yeah. I saw the footage of him getting ready.
Yeah. No.
So many layers. Bro. They put a lot of work.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I will say though, I'm not interested. Wholly not interested in this fucking show.
Can I give you another 30 seconds of saying who's actually good and not?
Sure.
Okay. Penguin, great. Riddler, great. Commissioner Gordon. And by the way, anybody
that was a meh.
That was a meh. Whoever's listening. Robert Pattinson. Great Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
So it's like, because there is those two.
I feel like the only time, in my opinion,
I have to say, I was.
In my opinion, children.
Yes, this is
the only time that we have had both Bruce Wayne and Batman that was good and great, in my opinion, was Ben Affleck.
I agree.
Because I think
I
think Val Kilmer did a badass Bruce Wayne,
but his Batman,
I didn't like his Batman.
Right,
it was too campy. Right. I didn't like it.
It was a really good Batman, but the Bruce Wayne parts were like.
I still don't know if this is gonna be like. I don't know if this is gonna beat Forever for me, because Batman Forever is still to date my favorite Batman movie.
But I will say this: if they don't finish this, fuck them to hell.
Oh, is it like a is it a big cock tease at the end?
Bro.
They like tickle the balls and they're like, eh?
Nah, they gave you the whole shebang.
They gave you the whole shebang.
They didn't just tickle.
They just swallowed the whole thing.
Everything.
And so you're saying you need a nut.
There was at least 6 of them.
You're saying you need a nut.
There was like it was lined up 6 in a row. Like everybody was fucking handling it. Yeah.
Just you're saying. Yeah. At the end of that, you're saying I better get a nut or you're all getting killed.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Murder was on the mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it was a cliffhanger ending.
Oh, bro.
Okay,
bro.
Fair enough,
bro.
Fair enough.
I don't even want to say it because
that's fine.
It's listen. It's not like it didn't happen in the comics.
Sure.
It's just you can't stop. Like you can't be like, oh well, that story's not done.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Fuck you. That story's not.
I'll be honest. We've talked about this before. So if you're a longtime listener, or viewer, you know that everything that they put out about this movie made me want to not see it more and more. Just this makes me want to see it.
Yeah.
You are the first. Your review. I've heard people be like, "It's fucking fantastic. It's the best movie." I've heard people's great reviews, and I've still been like, whatever. This energy that I just saw, this makes me want to see it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, I can't. You know me. The minute they announced him as Batman, I was like, "Fuck this."
He really was.
So
again, if you're a longtime listener, he really was.
The fact that I'm giving him props for at least the Batman aspect.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta give credit where credit is due.
There are moments. I will say this is not really like a spoiler, but there are moments where it's like Batman, Bruce Wayne doing shit. They did that pretty decent, like when he's doing the detective work.
Okay.
So I did like that. But there's other parts of like Bruce Wayne where I'm like.
So you're saying he has room to grow.
Yeah, for sure. He didn't do it. Listen, he
didn't do a bad job.
No. Okay. Honestly, you know me, man.
He didnd't George Clooney it.
No.
Let's be honest, kids.
I'm sorry, George.
Let's be honest, kids.
I love me.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
Let's give it. But no, I gotta give due where it's due, right? Like I can't take it away from him. I think for what was given to him as whatever the director did, whatever the rest of the people that were there did.
Sure.
He did what he needed to do. I think more the problem with Bruce Wayne aspect for me is just how they wrote Bruce Wayne, not necessarily how he acted it. I kind of just want to say it, but I'm gonna let you watch it and then we'll say it.
That's fine. We'll probably end up watching it tomorrow night. So
it's a good
next
watch.
episode.
It's a long watch, but it's a good watch.
So next episode, we're gonna do a deep dive into the Batman.
But listen, it's a long watch for a reason. They have a lot to go through. So like,
I will ask this, and this is something I've heard a lot of people say positive things about, but Does it feel long, or is the pacing good?
Pacing's actually good.
There you go.
That
is very important in a long movie.
Looking at, like, I wasn't like, is this up yet? I was enjoying.
I felt the same way about.
I was enjoying the story.
Yeah, felt the same way about Spider-Man. Spider-Man, I thought was really well paced. I didn't. At no point was I like, oh man, like this is still happening.
Fighting was good. There's different moments. Like there's actual fighting, but then there's also like the silent Batman stuff. Which is great. Like you should see.
Exactly.
We've talked about this. You should see many aspects of Batman because there is not just one aspect of Batman. So, no, it's I gotta give it props. I'm invested, but don't fuck with me. Don't fuck.
Seriously, though, Discovery. I'm warning y'all at this point.
All you need to do is just come on and be like, listen, separate universe. We're continuing it. We're gonna finish it.
I think even DC has said that is a separate universe. There has been nothing that I've seen that is even hinting towards it being related to anything 100%. Else.
And at the end of the day, to be honest, like,
and since they already, if you don't know about the deleted scene, I guess I don't know, go fuck yourself. But and since they have their own Joker, we know it's not related to the Joker, 100%. Which was kind of a concern of mine.
I will spoil this, but it's not a spoiler. Joker's in there, but like in the sense of like.
You know he's there, but
you know it's him, but you don't see him like do anything. Like the thing he does is irrelevant. Like it's relevant, but irrelevant at the same time.
So not anything even close to what that deleted scene was.
No.
Okay.
Listen, you don't see him, but you see him.
I thought that there was somebody else that he went to for. Again, I don't necessarily want to know, but like.
In that kind of aspect?
Yeah, where he like went to someone to like find out more about like the psychosis or whatever.
Not really. Not like that.
Oh,
not like that.
Well, anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Like I said, yeah, in the next episode, we're going to dive deep into the Batman, and
we might just do a whole episode on that because we could talk about that part.
It might be, and who knows? By then, we might know more things. We might know about Ezra. And their whole situation.
Maybe they'll announce we're fucking getting like they'll straight up be like, Discovery's gonna come out and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, they're like, we're just leaving him in Hawaii.
Yeah,
so
right. You know what? The Flash left to Hawaii and just never came back.
Yeah. So that's me for this one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time.
Later.